mold. We crack codes, we break molds. It's all gold, it's so cold, it's no holds.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Duran, and this is the No Holds Podcast. And before we get started, I want to send a shout out to Integrity Homes. What these guys do is they buy your house, no matter the condition, flip it into something magnificent. So I'm telling you, man, if you're willing, or if you're out trying to sell your house, get a hold of these guys, Integrity Homes. And honestly, like, this is the owner right here. Look at this dude, man. He is like super fly. He came over here just dressed to impress, man, and I'm over here and like I'm about to go to the beach, you know. But it's just me, man. I love it. I love the way you're dressed, bro. You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I'd be Samuel Bergen. Growing up around here all my life. Actually, we moved to Kansas for like 9 months in 2006, and then we moved to Childress, Texas in 2012 for, I believe it was 5 months. Moved to Kansas to start a school, and moved to Childress my dad was trying to start a church, but there was some problems. We came back, and yeah, I'm 19 and just ready to conquer life.
There you go. You single?
Yes, sir.
You hear that, ladies? He's single. He's single. But no, don't do it. Not right now. Don't do it. No, you're good, man. I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions. Favorite color?
I would say I have two favorite colors. I like turquoise and gray. They have to be together, though.
They have to be together.
That's when they're good, yeah.
Okay, nice. I like that combination. That's good. Favorite food?
Oh, boy. That's hard. There's so many good foods out there. I don't know how to say it in English, but like Cholendria. It's like an eggs. It's German food. It's like eggs and flour and something like that, and beans, and put gravy on it and ketchup on it. It's really good.
Sounds good. Sounds real good. And I haven't even eaten yet, man. I'm hungry. Favorite book?
Oh, wow. That's hard to pick. I'm actually reading a lot of books this year. My goal is to do 52 this year, so a book a week. And everyone I read is my favorite book.
Yeah.
I would say probably Compound Effect. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, I believe. He talks about how little things can make a huge impact in the long run. And yeah, just like improving 1% every day, 100 days, you improved 100%. It's insane. That's probably my favorite book right now.
Nice, man. I love it. The best advice you ever received?
Wow, that is hard. I've received a lot of good advice. My grandpa never exactly told me in the same words, but he always told me, do your best job when you're working. And because if you don't do your best job, you're probably end up doing it twice, and you're just wasting time. And I guess do your best at everything. That's pretty much how he. Yeah. It's not he never worded it like that, but
yeah, no, that's yes. I 100% agree with that. Yes, sir. What about the worst advice you've ever received?
Oh, wow. I think I have to put myself on the spot for that one. I gave this advice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So back in the day, I was big on you don't eat healthy food. I said God had his time when he was going to take you home. And I said don't try to prolong that time just by eating healthy. I said he has his time. He's going to take you home, and just don't try to change it by eating healthy. That was my theory. And now I'm pretty picky on my diet.
Dude, no, yeah, I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard that, but that's good, man. That's good. I don't know if I'd ever receive that, but one thing you want to change in your life this year?
I want to change a lot of things, but I would say one thing is I want to be more encouraging to people. I like it when people encourage me, and I think if I can encourage others, I can make their day and maybe even change their life. You never know what people are going through. They might be at the end of the rope, and they might be thinking about suicide, and you give them one encouragement. Maybe you like their shirt or something like that, and it just changes the world for them. Yeah. You might not change the whole world, but you change their world.
Yes, sir. Love it. Yeah. Man, I love it, dude. That's, yes. Yes, I mean that's what it's about. Is just encouraging somebody. Like I love it, man. That's authentic love to me. It's just perfect, bro. I love it. How would you want your loved ones to remember you?
That I'm somebody that cared about others, and that I was passionate about my walk with God. And I took it serious and didn't have a lot of distractions, and that I was always encouraging.
Yeah, no, that's good. I love it. Would you rather be loved or feared, and why?
For sure, loved. Why? I guess that's just the natural tendency. Everybody wants it, I think. I don't know how to describe that one.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, you're good. I mean, that's pretty much what everybody chooses anyway, is love. I don't think anybody ever wants to be feared, you know. I mean, I don't feel like that gets you anywhere anyway in life. This is a new question that I haven't asked anybody on this podcast yet, is would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at war with the world and at peace with yourself?
That's a hard one. Can I think about that and come back to that later?
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, man. Like I said, I've never asked this question before. I heard it the other day, and I'm like, I'm going to ask that today.
You know what? Actually, I would want to be I don't know. I wouldn't want to be at war with the world, but I also wouldn't want to be at war with myself, because life would become pointless then.
Yeah.
I would say it's a 50-50 deal. I would want some of both, you know?
Yeah, no, that's good, man. That's good. I know you said you're 19, you're still very young, but if you can go back and talk to a younger version of yourself, let's say maybe 13, maybe somewhere in the beginning of the teens, what kind of advice would you give yourself?
It's an interesting question. I would probably say I wish I would have taken care of myself more. I was crazy. I jumped off of everything. I'm not old, but I'm starting to feel it already.
Oh, man.
Would have maybe watched my diet some more back then. I don't know. I mean, for sure, obeyed my parents a lot more than that would have been important.
Yeah.
I was very rebellious.
Gotcha. Oh, man. Talking about, like, your parents, like, how good of a relationship do you have with your parents? Like, back then compared to now, again?
Now, I would say, to rate out of 1 through 10, it's right up there, I would say, in my eyes.
Yeah, no.
You'd have to ask them, but I would say a 9. Like, I had an accident 3.5 years ago and had a brain injury. After that, I got very bitter towards, especially my mom, not so much my dad, but I remember I told my mom straight to her face, I wish she wasn't my mom, and that I did not want to. I don't know how I worded it, but yeah, I did not like her. I might even told her I hated her.
Oh, man, yeah.
And yeah, it was then it was a bad relationship then, but now I'd say it's really good.
Real good. Dude, I want to get to there, and I'm going to wait to ask you those questions. I want to know a little more about your younger self, you know, how you grew up, like, how was it growing up? Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, so I'd have 3 brothers and 1 sister. I would almost say 4 brothers. She was alone, so she had to play tractors with us and play outside the sand, and
Yeah.
we did everything together.
No, that's good.
But I would say, I mean, yeah, every young boy, they fight with their brothers and everything, and me and my brother, my older brother Aaron, we fought quite a bit. See, the funny thing was when we were, I don't know, he was hitting his growth spurt, and I could take him down. It was so fun. But yeah, that's not what we're gonna talk about. But yeah, I grew up, I guess, got homeschooled till I was in 4th grade. Was my first year going to school. Went to school for 4th, 5th, and 6th. 7th and 8th, I homeschooled again. Yeah, we moved to Childress in 2012. I don't remember moving to Kansas really. And yeah, not very much other huge things happened in my life. And see, the thing is, after my accident, I can't quite remember everything from beforehand, so there's quite a bit of vague stuff.
No, which is fine. You know, if I ask something you can't remember it, just tell me, hey, I can't remember. What about, like, you said you started school in fourth grade. Like, how was that transition from going to homeschool to public school?
I thought I was unbreakable, and I thought I could do whatever I wanted, and I was probably the biggest troublemaker in school. I think the first year I went to school, I got SWATs.
Oh wow! Why'd you get SWAT? What'd you do?
We were picking on. I guess me and another guy. We were picking on another guy. We weren't very nice to him, and so. Otherwise, I like being around people. I'm super extroverted, so I enjoyed being around people and everything. That was a lot better. But I've never liked schoolwork. Bookwork is not my deal. Like I'm an eighth grade dropout. I just don't enjoy schoolwork. Never have, and I mean it's growing on me, learning to study and stuff, but still don't enjoy it 100%. But otherwise, it wasn't too bad, the transition.
So what made you go back to homeschool? You said you had
Work.
Oh, work.
So yeah, my dad has a farm, and we were harvesting for him, and I wanted to work more. I was kind of an workaholic back then, and I loved to work, and so I would go to school till lunch, and after lunch I'd go to work, and work till 6 o'clock or a little after, and then come home. And during harvest we would go to school, do our school in the morning, and work till 1 or 2 in the morning, and do it again the next day.
Yeah, so, and that was all y'all? Like,
well, me and my older brother, Aaron. He quit working on the farm maybe 2016. He started doing construction. I guess wasn't as much of a farm boy as me, and didn't enjoy it as much. And I liked it. Now I'm starting to step out of it a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. Did you I guess that was something that you had to do. Was while living there, was it you had to work, or was that something you chose to do?
I chose to do it. I mean, I guess my parents would probably encourage me to work, but like since I think it was 5 when I started hoeing during the summers when I wasn't in school.
Dude, man. Yes. I know what that feeling is, yes.
I enjoyed it. Making a few bucks and working. I just liked working. See, I know when I was like 6 or 7, me and my older brother, we hoed during the day, and in the evening we had a big garden at our house, and we'd come pick the produce and drive around on our bicycles and sell all the produce. We made good money doing that because we worked 2 jobs. I mean, we got paid maybe 30 cents an hour hoeing, but we got to keep all the money from our garden. So we made good money that summer.
Dude, that's what's up.
Might have had two summers, but yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I know. Man, yeah, I remember going out hoeing. My uncle was a farmer, going out into the fields and just being there. It seems like all day, but I learned from it. It's look at you, look where you're at now. You started young and you loved working, and now to see where you're at, like an entrepreneur, like, dude, that's awesome. You even started at a young age with the garden. You and your brother. So, dude, that's awesome, man, to have that mindset.
Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, I guess you said you dropped out because of work. Like that was just.
Actually, I dropped out more. I mean, I always wanted to drop out at 8th grade. My parents were going to force me to go to 12th grade. They just said it was going to be good for me. When I was 15, I had the traumatic brain injury, and I'm not sure if y'all know what it is like having brain injury, but
no, sir.
I lost pretty much all my schooling from beforehand. I couldn't remember anything, and it was like I would have had to start like in 4th or 5th grade again. And it was all super hard, so I was like, I'm done.
So what caused that? Like I don't know much.
So I actually had a 4-wheeler accident.
Okay.
Hit a stopped car going 60 miles an hour with a 4-wheeler.
Wow.
And I didn't have a helmet on. Had I had a helmet on, I bet it would have saved my head. Broke 5 bones and had my brain injury. And it was a rough time in my life. Hardest time.
You were 15.
I was 15 at the time, yes, sir.
Wow. Just you by yourself. There was.
Yep. I was. We had just barely went and sighted our guns in. I got a new gun the Saturday before, and it was on 9/11 of 2017 actually. And me and my brother went in the evening. We were gonna go sight our guns in, and we were running a little bit late. We were supposed to be back by 9 o'clock. My mom said, and I was like, "Well, I'll take the highway instead of going around the fields." And took the highway, and those bugs, and it was getting dusk, so I was squinting my eyes, and I remember last second seeing the vehicle. And the only thought went through my head was, I'm dead. There was nothing else. And I hit it and don't remember anything after that until probably about 3-4 weeks after that. I don't. That's just a case of dead space in my life.
Yeah. Who found you? Was I guess your brother?
Yeah, my brother was right behind me in the truck, and he said he could see it coming. He said I was just going and going, and yeah, I think he said he had his phone ready to dial 911 before I hit, and he called it in, and I don't know exactly what he had said. He says he wishes he could get the call and see what he said exactly, but I know he had called my mom afterwards and said Samuel just had a very bad accident. I think he's dead, but I'm not sure. And yeah, and he said like those really, I guess, dramatic movies where people go flying and everything. He said that's what it looked like. He said I hit the vehicle and I started tumbling over the vehicle. I think I landed about 100 foot in front of the vehicle on pavement and just skidded on the highway. So if I have a few scars, and you know why. And yeah, he said I was gashing around and jerking around. He said he thought I was done, and I guess God has me here for a reason. I don't know what it is,
definitely.
but He saved my life. The doctors kept telling him, like, this was right by Denver City, and they said it's a 3 mile drive from our farmer to Denver City, and they said he's not going to make it there. Don't expect to see him alive. And I made it, and then they were flying me over to Lubbock, and they said don't expect to see him alive when you get there. And I made it, and then when I get there, this happened at like 8:30 or something like that. And they told my dad or my family and everybody, they said, if he's going to survive the night, he's going to be a vegetable for the rest of his life. And I mean, I guess I don't know how they reacted to everything since I was out. And I know, I guess I was always a pusher, and I mean, I will say that it was not my credit that I survived it. God takes the credit, but I did push hard. And yeah, I guess after I came to, was 3 days later I came to, and they say he's going to have forgotten everything. They had teach me how to walk again, how to talk again. I was pretty much a baby. I couldn't move my whole right side of my body. It was pretty much paralyzed. But I told myself then, I said, I couldn't quite remember what life was like before, at one point I thought I had always been in the hospital all my life. I didn't remember beforehand. And once it started getting clearer, I told myself I'm gonna get back to normal or better. And I wasn't gonna let people know what had happened to me. And so I started with working out. And like I remember in the hospital during therapy, they had me bench press a PVC pipe. I could hardly do it. The coordination and everything was bad. And like last year, I haven't really maxed out on the bench in a long time. But right a year ago right now, I pushed 250 on the bench, and it's been 3 years. And I pushed myself, and like with my challenge, my brain as well. I know, like my memory was very bad. I know one time. I mean, now I can remember. Then I couldn't. But my uncle was in there, and he used to lift a lot of weights. And I asked him, how much can you bench press? And he'd tell me. A few seconds later, I'd ask him again, how much can you bench press? And I'd ask him over and over and over. And I mean, they did a lot of brain exercises and stuff to get my memory back and everything. But like I said, this year I'm reading 52 books. This is the end of March right now. I'm at 6. I just finished my 16th. I think I'm working on my 17th right now. And so I got to get ahead because later this year I'm going to get busy, and so I got to get ahead. And yeah, I'm planning on learning Spanish this year. Going to Costa Rica for the month of August to learn Spanish. And then also I want to start learning piano. I started a little bit, but just challenge my brain. Because like there's people that can do insane things with their brain, and I want to be one of those. Like I was reading a book, and another guy had a brain injury at 5 years old, and he said he does public speaking, and he can go into a big crowd and have 50 people tell him their names. He'll tell them their names back to them, forward and backwards. Each person to their name. And I want to be able to do something like that one day.
Yeah.
Like, my memory's not that good now, but I want to get there. And so I'm just keep challenging myself. Maybe one day.
Dude.
I'm not sure when it'll happen, but
yeah. I can definitely see it, man. All over you, yes. Dude, that's wow. Like, man, I couldn't even imagine, being your brother and seeing you there. Like, at any point did he feel like it was his fault? Maybe like, oh, he should have went that way. I should have made him have gone this other way.
I don't know. I've never asked him actually, but
yeah,
he just thought I was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what about like when you said you had first came to? Did you, and during the whole process at all, was there any kind of negative thought like, man, I can't do this, man, I want to quit right now?
This was after, for the next year, pretty much. I would say I was like that. Brain injuries do bring depression on, and I did have depression for a while, and I knew I was different. I actually had someone tell me that I was mentally handicapped, and for a while I was. But when they tell you that to your face, that's hard.
Oh man,
it's very hard. 'Cause I was always insecure about that for a while. Like, what are they thinking about me? What if I'm gonna do something weird? I was always worrying about it. I probably didn't show it, but I was very nervous about it. For about a year after that, I just wanted to kill myself. I tried fulfilling myself with stuff, and there's no fulfillment. Like, I actually accepted Christ in 2016, and after having the accident, I knew there was a God, but I was like, why will a God that loves me, let something like this happen to me? Because, it just didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But now looking back, he had a plan for me, and now I can go through hard stuff and know I can do it, because if you push through it, you can make it. You just got to keep pushing. And yeah, I remember I actually had a gun to my head. I was very close to taking it, and the reason I didn't do it is I thought about my family. What if I do it? What kind of guilt are they gonna have? Everybody's gonna look at them like, your son committed suicide. And I didn't want to put that on them, and I'm super glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would not be here, and I'd be burning somewhere, and I would not have been fun. But
man, dude, like, so the gun, like, where did you get the gun from? Was this at your house? Was this?
I have right now. I have 3 guns, but yeah, I had 2 guns at the time.
And this, you were at
just
home
just
when this
one on
happened.
mine,
Gotcha. Man, dude, yeah, depression is no joke.
No,
At all. And dude, like, yes, you're strong. You're a strong man, bro. And I've dealt with it a little bit, but not to an extreme, So, but I do know people who have, and yes, man, like, depression is real, and people do deal with it. And dude, yes, man, like.
Yeah, and see, one thing that helped me was actually working out. Working out was, I could go by myself, and I could just, it felt like I could put the stress and all my anger into the steel, and I like no music, nothing. Like, a lot of people like music when they're working out. I liked it quiet when I worked out, and so I would work out, and it just I could relax afterwards. It felt like, and see, another problem is I didn't sleep very much. I would stay up late and stuff, and that wasn't healthy at all. And like, now I try to be in bed by 9 o'clock every day. Just otherwise, I get a little bit discouraged, a little easier, and it does feel like, to a certain extent, that I am not all the way there in my head. My brain likes more rest than an average person. So I normally go out of bed at 9 and get up at 5.
Nice. Heck yeah. Getting up at 5 in the morning, is that a struggle for you?
Was for a while. Now it's not really. I normally wake up before my alarm goes off, actually. It's not always nice to get out of bed.
Yeah.
It's comfortable in there, I will say that.
Yes,
but
sir.
I put my alarm clock across the room, and I got to walk over there and turn it off. And so, like, what's the point in getting back to bed, back in bed after that?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I do my devotions and read and stuff from 5 to 6:30, and then I go work out, and then I go to work. Yeah.
Did you have friends that you know of that went to go visit you, and maybe even through the process of you trying to heal? Did you have anybody there to encourage you?
Oh yeah. I mean, they said at the hospital when people came in to visit, it was always for Samuel. I had a lot of visitors, and if I didn't have a visitor, I'd complain. Like, there might have been 3 days that I was in the hospital I didn't have a visitor, and those are boring days. I mean, days are long in there, but since I'm so extroverted, I like visitors. I like to talk, and
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like it when people came in there just to see me, because I mean, I guess the culture that I come from, some of the people like to go see people like that, and it seems like they like to talk about it a little bit. And I had a few people that come in there and just stare at me, and I was supposed to entertain them. That was hard, but I liked when people came, and it was, I think it helped me heal quicker too, because I know they said in the beginning that I wasn't in the hospital till, was it November or December, and I think I got out October 19th. I mean, I still had therapy for a long time after that, but I cut it in half pretty much.
Yeah.
And I think the people coming to visit me just kept me encouraged to keep going. I knew those people caring about me, and I wanted to get out of there. Like, I don't remember. I would always tell the doctors I was gonna break the window and jump out. I told them because I hated it in there so bad. Surprised they never tied me up, but
Yeah.
that's
Oh
what I told
man,
them.
dude. Like, thinking about your friends right now, like, how strong is your support group even to this day? Like the friends that you have, your circle.
I mean, of course, there is always people that like to discourage you, and I always like to tell myself they're just jealous. It keeps me motivated, and I guess I don't get discouraged with people like that very easily. I think there's people that try to discourage me, but you gotta brush it off, because there's always me those people. But I would say I do have some very close friends that I can share anything with them and trust they're gonna keep quiet, and if I'm struggling with something, I can share it with them, and I know if they're struggling with something, they can share it with me, and yeah, friends can do a lot.
Yeah, I believe it. What type of friend are you?
How would you say am I supposed to rate that?
Man, I don't know. It's just if I were to go to one of your friends, what's something that they would say that's positive, I guess, about you that just stands out from everybody else?
I would hope, and I think that they would say that I'm always positive, and I try to encourage everybody. I think that's what would most stand out on me. I try to be everybody's friend. Sometimes it's hard to be everybody's friend, but I try to go, and if there's someone new, just go give them a handshake or something. Make them feel welcome. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I don't see them, but I try to do that. Yeah.
No, that's good, man. That's super good. You know, you had mentioned that you were mad at your mom. When did that happen? Was that before or after?
That was after the accident. It's part of the brain healing. After, like, they told me after, they said people you're closest to, you're gonna get mad at them.
Mm-hmm.
It's because my brain was changing. Her whole personality was different. I viewed life differently, and now I was supposed to get used to it, and like I didn't exactly understand that I was different.
Yeah.
And I was expecting everybody else to just, I'm Samuel, but I was the new Samuel, and it just drove me crazy, being around people too much. The people that I was close with too, my siblings. I know me and my siblings, we got into fights, and I was old enough I shouldn't have gotten in fights anymore, but I was just wacko. I would say I was like a 5-year-old for a long time after that.
Man, yeah. What made you again get mad at your mom? Was it something that she said, or did she do something to make you just kind of snap at her?
I couldn't tell you exactly. More when she would tell me no. If she would tell me no, I would like, why not? Why not? Why not? And I just really, really wanted to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And even with something that was totally out there, like for me to go drive or something like that, I wasn't ready to go drive or anything, and just little things. I can't remember completely, but yeah.
Gotcha. So, how long did it take after that for you? I don't know. Did you ever ask for forgiveness or, just kind of apologize for? Because I know that it's not you. You're still developing. Like you're still healing. But at any time, did you like, man, Mom, I'm sorry.
I think I've told him I'm sorry, but it's bad. I can't put a day on it or anything. Maybe I need to do some talking. But I know I did to my brother. I did apologize to my brother and my sister, but I can't remember if I did to my mom or not. But I still had a conscience. When I go to bed, I would think about what I had done. But I just tried to cover it up and sear it over because they had to get used to me. It wasn't my problem, is what I would try to tell myself. But it was my problem. And even though they told me that people with brain injuries have a habit of doing that, that doesn't give me an excuse to go beat anybody up. They're like, no, I had a brain injury. I'm fine. It's your fault. Yeah.
What about like your dad? Do you know? Has he talked to you about any of this? Maybe were you ever mad at him, or was he always there? Right by your side. Doing whatever he can to make sure that you were.
So since I wasn't around him very much, I actually never got mad at him that I remember. I'm sure I did in the hospital, but not that I remember. Otherwise, I would get mad at my mom, and then I'd call my dad, telling her. I'd say, "Mom just did this and this and this," and I would try to get her in trouble. I don't know why I did that, but I know I did that a few times, and it did. He would just try to, I guess, bite me, my friend, and he tried to work the problems out because a lot of the problems was right during harvest too, and so he was trying to work and do this, and it was a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I bet, man. No, I understand. Yeah, it's got to be hard for sure, because your dad's the only one working, correct? So him bringing everything in, and so no, yeah, I bet it was super hard, man, for sure. So after that, you started getting better. When was it that you realized, okay, like, I'm good now, like, I can go on?
That's hard to put a date on it. I would say it was probably beginning of 2019. There was some people that I just had to cut myself off with. It was like they held the old life on me, and I cut myself off with them. And then after that, it seemed like I could change. I remember, I guess that's when I kind of got my spiritual life back on track. I went to, I guess I should give more background. My grandpa was going downhill with his health. He had cancer, and this was in probably about October it started, and in January I had planned on going to Bible school in South Dakota, and it was the week before I was going to Bible school. His health was just going down, and people kept telling me you shouldn't go to Bible school. You shouldn't go to Bible school. What if he dies while you're gone? And I was like, no, I want to go to Bible school. And I went to Bible school, and I met some friends there. And I guess they gave me encouragement that you can have fun in a good way and not have to do anything bad. And yeah, I don't know if Kenny's going to be watching this, but Kenny, you encouraged me a lot. And yeah, after I came back, actually the day after I got there, he passes away that night. So I was only there for 3 days. It was a week-long Bible school. I was only there for 3 days, and I had to come back. I came back, and at the burial, another thing hit me. My grandpa's brother would have, I guess, said at the burial that one of his he had been with my grandfather. Ben had told Herman that one of his grandsons was not living right. He was hoping that he would change before he passed away. And that hit me. That was me. I knew it right away. Now I'm not 100% was me, but it gave me motivation to change, and I'm glad he said that. It helped me, but then mentally, I don't know when mentally, probably about the same time, once I started getting more sleep and everything, that's when my brain could start healing. They say it's a 3-year process for your brain to heal. They say the most happens in the first year, but after that, it's 3 years. And you won't get back to 100%. And my memory's still a little bit vague and stuff, but I would say about middle of 2019 is when I was normal again. I would say.
Gotcha. So you didn't grow up in church.
I did grow up in church. My dad's actually a pastor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we would have actually moved to
Oh,
Childers.
Okay, yes, that's right. You said that y'all went to build a church.
Yeah, we were going to branch off another church. He became a pastor in 2009. A deacon. He became in 2009. He became a pastor maybe in 2013, maybe something like that. I can't say for sure. And yep, I always grew up in a very nice home. Parents taught me I guess good morals, and they taught me how to become a Christian and everything. And I just, being a pastor's kid, I didn't want to be recognized as a pastor's kid. And so I wanted to be rebellious so that no one could say, he's a preacher's kid, he's such a nice boy and everything.
Yeah.
I did not want that. And so that's why I was another reason why I was rebellious, even before my accident.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I know I've talked to, some people, pastors' kids, and yeah, that's not to say that they have it the worst, but yeah, there a lot of eyes are on you for sure.
Oh yeah.
Watching you grow, and they want to make sure, like, okay, is he gonna do something wrong? Is he gonna do something good? Like, what's his next move?
Yeah.
So. But no, man. So yeah, you got saved. That is super awesome, man. Like, were you not saved, I guess, back then, or did you not understand, and it just made you just?
I would have understood, but I did not want to give my life to Christ. I want to live as like I wanted. I always had this idea that on my deathbed I was gonna give Christ my life. I want to live for myself, do whatever I wanted to, and then right before I was gonna die, I was gonna give Him my life. That was my idea. But then in 2016, one of my close friends, he was in an accident, and I was actually kind of wanting to go on that trip too, and I didn't because I wasn't old enough and stuff. But it made me think, what if I would have been sitting, and he had an accident and passed away. What if I would have been sitting right there? What if that would have been me? They said like a semi had a tire blow and just hit their lane and killed them.
Wow.
And they said it was just instantly. And so what if it would have been me? I knew where I was going to be. I was not going to be in heaven for sure. And so that night I accepted Christ, but I did it more out of fear of hell than out of love for God.
Man,
And
yes.
so I didn't take it very serious, but then afterwards, in 2019, I would have rededicated my life and started living for God, actually.
Wow, man. That's crazy that you say that you did it out of fear, hell, not even for the love of God, but now you know the love of God. You can. It's all over you, man. Just you can. The Spirit, bro. Like I can feel it right now. You seem so happy. You seem so just driven. You don't want to give up at all. You want, and like you said, you want to go out and encourage somebody. I bet when you get around the people that your circle, I bet they feel so encouraged just with your presence. That's how I feel right now, man. Like it's amazing to see where you're at right now. You could have died, yeah. But dude, look at you. Look what God has done. So much more ahead of you. Now you got a business. Let's talk about your business a little bit.
So what do you want to know about business?
Man, I want to know everything. Like, okay, what started it? What made you want to do this? Or actually, even the name, too.
So we'd be Integrity Homes, and we were trying to come up with a name, and I put it on my Instagram. I was like, help me out with names, and Tommy Dyke, he would have recommended this name, and I was like, I wanted to do more research on what exactly integrity meant, and it meant honesty and just I guess good virtues and good morals. I was like, that's what I want to abide by. And our logo actually, it's Integrity Homes, and underneath it says honesty, quality, and respect. That's, I guess, what our building block is pretty much. And but my goal with my business was when I started it, I always have had this vision. I want to go be a missionary, and I still want to be a missionary. So my plan is to get in a rental business, rent houses, for that reason. Is because it's passive income. I can get people to run my company from here, and I want to go out on the mission field. I'm not sure where yet, but my plan is probably about 5 years. So we'll see. We'll see where God calls me.
Yeah.
I have ideas, but I don't know if that's His calling or not. And the way it started actually is interesting. I'm not sure if Chris is going to listen to this, but I was flying to South Dakota, and on the flight, I ended up beside a real estate investor, and he asked me, he said, "So what do you do for a living and stuff?" And I said, "I work on my dad's farm and stuff." And he's like, "Well," he said, "what do you want to do in the future?" And I said, "I want to get into real estate." He said, "Well, I'm actually an investor right here." I was like, "That's cool." And I mean, he was going hunting. I didn't expect him to be no big guy, and yeah, he seemed a very successful man. And he told me then, he told me to read some books, and if you ever need help, he gave me his business card, gave me his phone number and everything. Yeah, he's like, if you ever need help, contact me, we can do something. So I stayed in touch with him a little bit. And right now he's actually helping me a lot with finances and everything. He's helping me a lot right now. And yeah, so if Chris and Isaac, if y'all listen to this or watch it, thanks to y'all. And yeah, that's kind of where it started. He told me to read Goals by Brian Tracy, and after that, it opened my mind up how much was actually possible. If you, I mean, not that writing your goals is gonna make it happen or anything like that, but being clear with your goals and everything. It's insane what can happen. Like beforehand, I would never have, I guess, imagined what can happen. But like now with my business, I'm planning in 5 years to be flipping 100 houses in a year, and own at least 100 apartments, 100 units of apartment complexes, and 100 single family homes. And before that, I would have never dared to say that, and now I can say it pretty confidently that it's going to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's not going to happen, it's going to happen a few years later. We're going to make it happen. We'll work for it. We'll get it. I do pretty confidently feel I'm in a coaching program, and I think it's gonna happen. But yeah,
Man,
that's
dude,
kind of where it started.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Like, yeah, even though you grew up in a small town, you don't have that small town mentality. You know, I'm going above and beyond. You know, there's so much more that I can do, and I'm gonna do it. Like, I love that, man. I love just John Gunther. Same way, man. If you ever get a chance to talk to him too, like same thing. He's got this mentality to just go and get it done, you know. And he's done so much with his life. He's a successful man, bro. Like I love him. I look up to him too. Like he is just a really good friend too, man. So if you ever need any kind of advice, he can give it to you.
I'll have to talk to him if he's in construction at all. Then you can help me out. Yeah, like I'm a little guy, but I got big dreams,
dude. Yeah, man, and that's good.
I think it happened because I know like 2019. I think it was 2019. My goal was to bench 200, and I made it. And then 2020, what is it? I don't know, but anyways, both times I upped my bench press 50 pounds for the year, and I made it. I just worked for it. I worked for it every day. And I write down my goals every day. Every morning when I get up, I write down what I want for the year. And it's crazy. It just burns in your mind, and you will focus everything you do during the day. You're like you think about it. Is this going to benefit me? If not, you're like you don't have a desire to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I'm into sports a lot and everything. And I used to play volleyball 4 times a week, and now after starting to write my goals down and stuff so much, I play it once a week, and like sometimes that's too much. I'm like, that's not going to benefit me in the long run. But
yeah.
I still do enjoy it. But I got to be careful because what's gonna help me in the long run? Like, I mean, it's gonna be fun for the moment, but yeah, and just it's crazy what goals can do for you.
Man, dude, yeah, that's so encouraging, man. I'll receive that too. You know, that's one thing I don't do, and I know I've had plenty of people tell me like, write down your goals. Like, and I haven't done it yet, and that's my fault. Like, because I do have goals that I want to reach, and I've just never wrote them down, you know. But I'm gonna have to. Like, I gotta either get a journal or something and just write them down, you know.
Start with the 5-minute journal. It's a really good journal.
5-minute journal. Tell me about that.
I guess you just gotta write. So you gotta write three things that I'm grateful for. This is you do in the morning. 3 things that I'm grateful for. 3 things that I want to do today that are gonna have a positive effect or something like that. And then you just got a daily affirmation. I am this. So you gotta I like to write down a positive guy. I don't like wasting time, and I'm a godly young man or something like that. Just a little bit of encouragement to yourself.
Yeah.
And just knowing what you are, and I like doing that every morning. And then in the evening, you write down 3 things 3 amazing things that happened today, and then 1 thing that you could have made the day better by, that you could improve it. And
yeah,
I would say it changed me a little bit. You think about it all day long, like, wait, I wrote that down this morning. Like, I know a while back we had some snow here, and I wrote down in the morning, I want to be an encouragement to someone, and I want to make someone's day better. And I know in the morning I was thinking, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Since it got snow, since the snow, church got canceled, everything got canceled. I called a buddy. I said, hey, let's go. And I said, I'm gonna put on Instagram. We're gonna help people with if they have frozen pipes or anything. And all day it's just like, you gotta help somebody. You gotta help somebody. And I got to help somebody. I got to help a few people. And it's I don't know. I guess that's changed me a little bit.
Yeah. Dude, that's so awesome, man. Wow. I love that. Helping the community, man. I love it, bro. That's super awesome. I feel like we could actually do more of that anyway, you know, just helping each other as much as we can.
Yeah.
It's so important even for this town to just grow and further itself, you know. I mean, people come in, they want to feel loved and welcome, so
yeah, like after my accident, I kind of felt a commitment, or I felt a need to help my community out some. So, and I got to do something, because all the paramedics and everything, they came, firefighters, they came and helped me, and they didn't have to, but they did it. And like, why did they do it? And so now I'm actually working on getting on the fire department myself. I've been working on that for about 6 months. Right now I'm gonna wait off on it because I'm too busy right now. But I'm still going to meetings and everything,
Yeah.
training and everything.
dude, heck yeah, man. I love it. You're just driven, man. That's about it. You're driven, and you want to get things done. You want to make sure that your future and everything's taken care of. You know, that's what it's about. That's so awesome, man. I love it.
Yeah, some people tell me I'm too busy, but I don't like sitting around. I feel lazy. Like, one of the hardest things for me to do is just sit and think. I started a while back. After I'm done reading everything, I turn the timer on for 10 minutes, and I sit there and think and don't touch anything. I tell you, that's hard. That's really, really hard for me. I feel useless, but it's crazy what you can think of during those 10 minutes. You meditate from your devotions, and I try to think a lot about my business stuff. What kind of problem do I have? What do I need to think through? And just like, boom, the light bulb comes on right during those 10 minutes. Because during the day, you might think about it, but you're distracted. You might be working or something, subconsciously thinking about it. But when you just sit down and think and do nothing else, it's crazy what can happen. I've noticed.
Man, yeah. How many partners do you have?
Just one.
Just one partner. And why him?
So in 2019, me and him actually would have been harvesting together, and we had big dreams. It was a rainy day, and we went to Odessa. We wanted to get into real estate. We went to Odessa. We were looking for land. We were going to buy some land. We were going to build some little rent houses on there. We were rented out, but we came back. We didn't have enough money. Didn't exactly know where to start. We hadn't done any research on real estate, really. And I guess it was in my mind. It was just burning there. One day, that's what I want to do. I want to get free. I don't want to work every day. I want to work with my mind instead of working with my physical body. And last year, I seen an opportunity, and I started. And yeah, now that's something I want to keep doing. I love it.
Dude, that's so sweet, bro. So you stay pretty busy. Just like,
Yeah.
what is your day like?
So I mean, like I said, I get up at 5. I work out and everything. 7:40 I leave to go to work. I work from only 8 to 6, depending on the schedule and everything. If we're really busy, then I'll work later. But like tomorrow, I'm gonna work probably till from 8 till 12, and then I'm gonna go to Lubbock and talk to my banker, sign some papers off and stuff. And then I might come work again, or I might go to Odessa after that. We'll see. But my normal day would be work till 6, and have something going in the evening. Every evening, like this week, every evening is booked up, and almost every week is like that.
Yeah.
Like Tuesday and Thursday of every other week, I got a firefighter meeting and firefighter training, and so I do that. On Wednesdays we have Bible study. On Friday we have prayer meeting. On Saturday I hang out or something, and then often on Thursdays, the weeks that I'm not at meeting, the firefighter meeting stuff, then I go play volleyball or something. It's good to do something, but I'm always busy.
Yeah. No, man, there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You know, you're just taking advantage of the time that you have. You know.
Yeah.
So,
You have so much of it, and gotta I guess take advantage of it, right? No.
Yeah.
But I've tried to start staying by myself a little more and reading more and meditating more, but it's hard sometimes.
Yeah. Are you mainly in this area, or are you kind of? I guess you've expanded towards Lubbock as well, and Odessa. And
So right now our rule is 100 miles from Seminole. So Lubbock's about the furthest we're going right now, but I do have plans to move some stuff to Austin. I mean, Austin's got Tesla, Oracle moving over there and stuff. It's booming, and it's not a cash flow environment, but their properties are just going up. And so I want to get some stuff there. I would like to maybe get some stuff in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee. Just I'm open wherever there's opportunity. I'm going to jump into it pretty much. Yeah.
Dude, dang. Okay. Why Tennessee?
I guess I know of a management company that's a good management company. They're a turnkey. They manage everything. I pretty much throw my money down on the property that I want, and they'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Make sure someone's in there and everything for me. Yeah.
Nice. Dude, man, it's awesome, man. Somebody as young as you just getting it, bro.
See, and everybody can do it. It's just you got to put your mind to it and work. It's not easy. Some people think they see me like, oh yeah, Samuel, you just get everything in life. I might get it, but I work extremely hard for it. And like, I know with my fitness, I've had people tell me I just have good genetics or something, and that's not the case. I work out 5 days a week, all year long. Like last week, I took 2 weeks that I did not get my workouts in, that I took a break week, and I know I worked out with some guys, and 2 weeks a month they take off. And you got to be consistent, and if you want something, you got to work hard, and you can't slack off.
Yeah.
But no, everybody can do it. It's just figure out what you want. Read the book Goals and also the book Compound Effect. Little things make a big difference. And,
yes.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, that's where it starts. You know, with me, I didn't have any of this. Like, this is all I had. I started with the phone, and I'm here.
That's
you
awesome.
know, and I don't want to stop. Like, hearing your testimony, hearing people's stories, to see where they're at, where they came from, and see where they're at now. You know, and just to see, like, dang, they still got this big old future ahead of them. You know, you still got a whole lot left, man, and a whole lot left to conquer, and so many things to do, man. Like, it's amazing, bro. And you're just 19, yeah. And people don't see the hard work and the dedication that you had to do to get to where you're at. And like you said, there's a lot of haters out there, and they're gonna hate on everything you do.
Yeah.
But man, forget them. You know, forget them.
They're not gonna change the truth, as I tell myself.
Yeah.
They might have their opinion, but what's true is true, and it's not gonna change.
Yes,
anything.
sir. Man, yeah, man, you get it. You keep going, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Man, is there anything else you'd like to add before we close?
I would say, I guess, don't waste your life. We all have the same amount of time, and I mean, I would say for a lot of the young people that might watch this, I don't know if you're partying or what you're doing. I never got hard into that life, and I'm glad. But don't wait. It's a waste of time. Read books. Read books and fill yourself with people that are wiser than you, and yeah, but most of all, make sure God is what you're living for. That is what ultimately matters in life. You can have anything you want, but if you don't have God, you're not going to be happy.
Dude, yeah, amen. Amen to that. I love that. Man, and well, that's all that we have for tonight. You know, I'm just so honored to meet you. Like this is the first time I've met you. You know, it was all Super Dave that he was like, hey, I have a friend here that would love to be on here, and so this was my first time just getting to sit here and talk to you. And man, I love every minute of it. It's exciting, man. Like I'm excited.
Yeah.
Just hearing what you had to say, like it's very encouraging. Very, very encouraging. And man, I hope it does the same for you guys out there. Listen to this guy. If you see him out, man, go shake his hand. Get to know this dude. Like, man, I'm telling you, when you're around this dude, his presence just brings just peace and joy to you and excitement, man. There's no lie.
And if any of y'all have questions, y'all would like to talk about something, I like talking to people. I like meeting new people, so hit me up on Instagram or something, and we can go out for lunch or something. I would love to.
Awesome. Heck yeah. See, there you go. See those ladies right there? I'm just kidding. But yeah, man. But yeah, Samuel, I appreciate you being on here. It was an honor, and like I said, I loved every bit of it. I loved it. But yes, until next time, we are out. Peace.
Peace.
What's up, everyone? Thank you for watching. Go ahead and go subscribe to my YouTube channel for new content. Also, go to social media and go follow me on there. And don't forget, follow. Peace.